Okay, good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the special meeting of June 18th of the Pelham Board of Education to order. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America, and to the republic
for which
it
stands
one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty
liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you. So I'm going to cede opening remarks tonight to Dr. Champ, but the reason we are all here tonight is to validate the results of our election.
Great. Thank you, Sue. And I appreciate everyone being here tonight. And I really need to say an incredible word of thanks to our election staff, Millie Bonilla, our clerk, Amy Heese, our deputy clerk, Gloria Beckwith, who served as our chief inspection official. And we had about 18 other people that pitched in and helped to count the ballots over the course of the last few days. This was definitely a curveball process given to all of us by our governor. Not knowing what was ahead, our staff, Millie and Amy, really worked hard to understand the regulations, put a process in place. And we took a very conservative approach because we wanted to be sure that the sacredness of ballots was preserved, the integrity of the process was preserved, and we feel confident start to finish that was done. It took us a little bit longer, but we really appreciate their attention to detail and the integrity that went into that process. So we're pleased tonight to be presenting these results to the board for approval.
Okay, any questions from the board before we move on? Okay, I'd like to take these as two separate motions. The first 2.1 is a motion to appoint additional election inspectors in addition to the ones that we appointed last night. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Right, any questions on these? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any objections or abstentions? All right, and off to the main event. 2.2, do I have a motion to adopt the 2020-2021 budget vote and board member election results?
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a second. Okay. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby certifies the results of the June 9th, 2020 annual meeting and election, for which ballots were allowed to be submitted by mail until 5 p.m. on June 16th, 2020, as set forth on the attached election results form. In accordance with these results, the Board of Education hereby certifies that the budget proposition was approved, cost reallocation proposition was approved, and that Sue B. Childs and Jessica D. Domenico have been elected to serve on the Board of Education for 3-year terms beginning on July 1, 2020. The election results are as follows. The budget proposition, total yes, 1388, total no, 691, total votes, 2,079. The results on the cost reallocation proposition, total yes, 1675, total no, 447, total votes on the proposition, 2122. Election of school board members, Sue B. Childs, 1685, Jessica D. Domenico, 1762, write-in votes, 77, total votes for the candidates, 3524. Any questions? Right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any objections or abstentions? All right, thank you, everyone. I would just like to say on behalf of the board, thank you so much to everyone who worked on this election. I know it was difficult. Unprecedented is a word that has been used way too often lately, but that is definitely what it was. So thank you all for your hard work, particularly our clerk, Millie.
Yes.
Thank you, Millie.
Madam Vice President, would you entertain a motion to adjourn?
Absolutely. Do we have a second?
Second.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any objections or abstentions? All right. Thank you all so much.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Good
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 night.
night.
Good